Aloha, YouTube. This is Crypto Malala, also known as Ale, also known as Crypto Roots' life partner, wife, goddess, queen. Uh, yeah, so I'm gonna pack a pipe because I don't have time or energy to roll a joint. Um, we're gonna smoke this, and I'm gonna tell you something. So here's to crypto roots. Here's to the love of my life, the father of my child. Here's to him. So, as some of you guys know, my husband had asthma, and this early morning, like at 6 a.m. in Mexico, he he started having an asthmatic attack, and the ambulance never came, and I had to take him to the hospital, and he didn't make it. And I wanted to share this with you because you would tell me not to cry and to toughen up. I wanted to share this with you because you care for him and you message him and you come to him constantly due to mentorships and just sharing love, because he shared a lot of love and a lot of knowledge. He was all into the revolution and all into education and all into peace and good things. He was a really good man and a great father. And I wanted you to know that. I wanted you to know that this is the last video on his channel, that he's not gonna be with us anymore. And yeah, life, bro. It's full of life and death, and we just had a baby. She's a 2-week-old baby. And every single day, for every single hour of her life, he was there. He was there to support, to love, to share kisses, to share stories, to invent songs. He was a really good man, a really good dad. And yeah, he did have a great heart. And he wanted to reach out to people and to help out, how he said, his brothers and sisters to move out of economical slavery. And I have him engraved in my soul. He was my twin flame. We met and we fell in love that same day. And we tried for so long to be pregnant and to have a daughter or a son, to have children, and some teammates. And we did have a teammate, Alika. And she's gonna grow up to be however she wants to be, but knowing that his dad was a revolutionary and was a crypto educator and was a really open-hearted, soulful, tender, lazy, fun, really, really fun, really, really beautiful soul. That's who he was, for real. Impatient as fuck. But man, the crypto roots forever. I don't have the keys to anything. We lived for that. Like my crypto, my money was also there, and now it's gone. And yeah, I don't like to ask for things, but I do want to reach out to your hearts. And if you feel like it, for everything he shared for you, for everything he did to care for his family, you can donate to my Ethereum address. I'm gonna leave it in the description. And yeah, he has to have them somewhere. I don't know where. I'm gonna look for them. Pray for me. um, that's why you gotta prepare for this too. You know, we need to talk more about death within life, because it's also something that happens. So, what is gonna happen to your cryptos? What's gonna happen to your money? What's gonna happen to your family? We need to talk about it and to plan ahead for it. And yeah, you know. Anyhow, this is a sad day in the McCoy family. I already reached out to his family, to his sister and mother. He didn't talk to them much or at all. Me either. We were both kind of outcasts in our family. We had each other. We were teammates. We were the family. And we're still a family. I'm still a family with Alika. And I'm gonna leave you my Instagram account also in the description. What happened? For the ones who are just watching it now, my husband had an asthmatic attack. Post on Twitter. Okay, I will make a post on Twitter, of course, to make a post on his social media accounts. This is so hard. It's so hard. So weird. He had asthma and he had an asthmatic attack, and we couldn't do anything. And he didn't make it. I don't like saying that because we always make it. And we always make sure we make it. But he didn't. His body couldn't take it. But I respect him, you know, it was his soul's path. He was a bright light. Period. I saw him grow so much. I loved him. I really, really loved him. It's not in the past, it's in the present, and it's in all the tenses. Oh, man. Yeah, he passed away this morning. He passed away this morning. And I need to say it. So it's real. So it's not just a terrible, horrible nightmare in which I'm kissing his dead body. I am... my heart is broken here today. And he wouldn't appreciate this live stream, but he's not here, you know? You're not here, bro. anyhow, I'm left with a 2-week-old baby who's gonna grow, and I'm really glad we have his YouTube channel. I'm gonna make sure I save. Thank you. I'm gonna make sure I save all his videos because he did really share knowledge. He understood and overstood and understood everything about crypto and about this game, and I believe in him. So we're gonna continue to educate ourselves. I am going to continue to educate myself. I was married to the best teacher, so, and we're both teachers. And I already teach a little bit of crypto. I'm gonna, let myself fuse with him, with his energy. And yeah, he didn't believe in God as we know it. He did believe in a deity. He was just, really open to spirituality, to knowing that Jah holds us and keep his channel going. How would you like me to keep his channel going? Because I would like to keep like a part of him, and alive. I mean, Alika, right? But yeah, I'm MotherFuckingGoddess. You can look me up as MotherFuckingGoddess on Instagram. Just like that, MotherFuckingGoddess. Um, I do want to keep his channel going. Thank you for the support. Thank you a lot. I mean, I'm. I miss him already. I miss him so much. He passed away this morning due to an asthmatic attack. He had a cardiorespiratory, stop. Thank you. He really did care for you. This is so weird. Yeah, me too. So, anyhow, there's that. His mother is going to take his body. I wanted to cremate him and take him to the ocean. I'm gonna go for a liquor. Well, we're short on cash, really. we used to, he used to take care of all of that, and to move all the cryptos and to make them grow on farming and yearning and the NFT and ABC and whatnot. So yeah, we're short on that. I don't have the keys, so even though we do have, we don't have. So that's interesting. Um, I will. I will stay. I will stay. That's something that he would have wanted. He wanted to help the community. I cannot help the community the way he did because I don't know much about crypto, but I do know about emotions and life and meditation and development, like human development. I am putting the Ethereum account in the description. I'm also going to leave the my Instagram account, and yeah, I usually share in Spanish because my friends, speak Spanish. But I will start doing it in English to add some subtitles, so you can also like stay in there, stay in contact with the Roots family. We were just going to name her Alika. We liked a short name. He used to make fun of me because in Mexico we have two last names. We don't just use one last name. We use our mother's and our father's last name, right? Makes sense to us. And so she was already having three names, right? And so add another name, that would be too much. But I'm going to call her Alika Rootz. So it's he's there. We wanted to have multiple children. Gracias. We wanted to have a lot of children together. One of the first things he said, like we met on the beach. I see him pass by and I'm like, whoa, he's hot. Anyhow, that's not what I came for, right? So I go to the ocean, I cleanse myself, he was watching me, and I was like, okay, this is awkward. And I turn back, and then I see him again, and he approaches me, and he's like, hola, es bonita. And we started talking, and he was like, I love you, you're I love you. And like, can I kiss you? You're a queen, you're a goddess, you're everything I was waiting for. I was looking for you. And then can I kiss you? And then we kiss. And he's like, you and I are gonna make beautiful children together. And that was the first time I could ever see myself really um, having children with anyone. I used to have boyfriends and they told me that, and I was like, cute. But not with him. With him, I could see them, I could see us. And I just recognized him. Like, I was with him as if we were there all the time, you know? And it was beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Oh, and we got stories. We got stories. Alika's I don't want to enforce it too much because it comes like with a burden, like spiritual burden. I don't want to put any spiritual burdens more than whatever she already has in Onalika. But she is a miracle baby, and I'm gonna name it. We met, right? And then we're like, we're gonna live together forever, and let's look for a place. I wanna know Mexico. Yes, I'm gonna show you Mexico. I wanna learn Spanish. Oh, I'm a Spanish teacher. And we travel back to my mother's place, and then we go to another place in Veracruz, and then we start like moving around, and we were like, that morning I said, I was out, I was taking the sun, and I was like, I want to live on the beach, really. And I want to live on the nudist beach. Like, if I can suntan, I can suntan whole. Like, I can feel all of this in my whole body, right? And then I go to him, I go downstairs, and he's like, you know what? I already got enough of this adventure, like traveling. Let's go back to Zippo. And I'm like, yeah, let's go back to Zippo. And so we went back. It was a long trip. And we get there. I get pregnant. We're like, what's going on? We like, I know we know each other from all of our lives, and we are twin flames. Well, what the fuck? I just met you, and I'm pregnant. And also, it made so much sense to me. Like, we have to meet, and we have to make a baby, and we have to be a family because we are a family. And then I lost that baby, and it was like horrible news for me, and terrible news for him too. She can't breathe. um, and it was awful, awful, awful. And then we continued trying, and we couldn't, and I kept having miscarriages. And then we felt we had to move from the beach, and I asked him for us to meditate together and to pray, and we came with mountains. And then we went to the mountains. We took everything we owned, including our cat, and we just moved. And I felt I had to take mushrooms. I respect the medicine so much. Like, it's really medicine. It's really sacred. The plants are sacred. Life is sacred, right? And everything it holds. But anyhow, I was coming up with an idea. I think I can share some of these things with you guys, because there's other things that I would tell Alika. So yeah, and the magical mountains with mushrooms. It's beautiful. It's really beautiful. Anyhow, yeah, I'm going to share things here that I will share with Alika, and probably some knowledge, you know. Um, anyhow, thank you. Um, so we moved to the mountains, right? And I started taking mushrooms, and I started taking the medicine, and we were like live stream everything. Um, a cabin in the middle of the woods, surrounded by a lot of nature. I felt like in a fairy tale, like I could hear the fairies and everything. And we went to bed, and then he woke up like saying, I cannot be with you. Oh, there was a storm, and it's a whole story. Anyhow, we break up. And I'm like, what is going on? Like, we were just fine, perfectly. He just made a video that morning, like, why do I choose to trade instead of I don't know what? And because I get to live in the woods and be with my woman, nature, and so on. And I was so confused. We had just prayed for a puppy, you know? Anyway, he goes back to the beach, and I'm like, I've got a mission, bro, and I'm gonna fulfill it. He's like, you know what? I think we need some space, and yeah, I'm gonna take it. Like, I'm tired of this mountain thing, and I'm cold, and I'm gonna go back to the beach, right? And I was so confused, and during that time, I just dedicated myself to me. Like, this is my time to be on my own, to tune myself, to be coherent in what I think, what I feel, what I do, and to heal myself, to live a healthy life. And then one day I feel that I should go back. Yeah, yeah, both of us. And authentic. We fight for authenticity. It's not like, oh, I'm more authentic than you. You know, it's not an ego thing. Yeah, yeah, what the fuck? Roots passed away. Roots passed away. And anyhow, we're telling stories about Roots. And we're telling the story of Alika. So I I have this mushroom trip, and I'm gonna not gonna tell you too much, but I in español you say sí for yes, right? So I lay down, I start being in the beach, I can hear the waves, I can feel the sand, and I say sí, and the mushrooms answer back, Cipolite, and I'm like, sí, Cipolite. So I go back to Zipo. No, I decide I go back to Zipo. Yeah, I'm not in tears right now, but internally I am a waterfall and three planets, full of water. Anyhow, um, I decide I'm going to go back to Zippo. So I text him like, do not take it personally. I'm going to go back to the coast. My work here is done, and yeah, so long. Yeah, the mushrooms responded. That trip, bro. It was something really magical. All the trips. One day, perhaps. Anyhow, um, yeah, I text him like casually. then I then I go back to my cabin and I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna leave today. And something tells me I'm not gonna let you leave. And I'm like, the fuck you're not. I'm leaving today. So I start packing up everything. I call a taxi. We move our things to a hotel. What did Ruth say? I don't recall. But he answered with a sticker. Like yeah, rest in power. Rest in power. Yeah, he answers with a sticker so romantically, so usual. And then what do we do? Yeah, I pack my things. I go back to the hotel and I meet this woman and she's like so talkative and so distracted and she was on shrooms and then she was lost and da 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 da. Russian, beautiful, beautiful woman. And I'm like, I'm meeting really beautiful people out there. I really recommend to go. And good service. Yeah. And then what do I do? Oh, I meet her. She's too distracting. I do not leave that day. She gets lost. We met some people. Some people were dancing. There was a really hot dude dancing. I was like, damn. So we go to that place, and then we talk. And this dude is from Hawaii, and I was like, makes so much sense. Like like there's roots like in the future, right? And anyhow, like I click it and I say I gotta go back to him somehow, you know. And also I was like, this dude is really hot, you know. And he tells me that he's going to go to the coast, and I'm like, I'm going to the coast, right? Like, what's the chance? So we didn't. He goes back. We just met, right? Nothing happened. Boringly, nothing happened. Wholeheartedly, I'm really glad nothing. I'm leaving the Ethereum address, my Ethereum address, in the description of the video, and you would help us a lot until I figure out the key situation and what the fuck is urine farming and all of that. because anyhow, I go back to the beach, and I'm like, I do not want to see him. Universe, may he and I not cross our paths. And I feel I should go to Mazunte. And I ask around if he lives in Zipo. And they're like, yeah, I've seen him. I've seen him several times. He runs all the beach. And I haven't seen you though. Blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, so Mazunte it is. If I don't want to find him and I want to be in peace, I'm going to the next beach. So I go to that other beach and I feel I should go hiking. And then I go back. And of course, guess who I see? Crypto Roots walking by the street. And he looks at me and then he just takes me, right? Um, Next day, I'm like, okay, seriously though, I feel, what do I feel? Oh, no, what happened was I woke up that morning and I had some little shrimps, the really baby shrimps, and they looked like pills. And I was like, oh, you're cute. And they answered like, yeah, take me. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna take one. So I took one and I was like, okay, I am going to let this mushroom guide me today, right? So whatever I need to do, what do I need to do? Go to Mazunte, you're going to Punta Cometa, and you're going to find someone really, really important. And I was like, let's hope it's the hot guy from the mountains. So I go to Mazunte, I climb the hill, I go to the cliff, and then I go back and I'm like, it's close. I can feel it. It's close. It's close. And I see him again, and he's like, "Hey, did you eat? Did you already eat?" And I'm like, "No, tacos de camarón, shrimp tacos." I'm like, "Yeah, shrimp tacos." And we go eat shrimp tacos. We go back to his bedroom, and we make Alika. And that was a whole other trip, because I was like in a beehive full of like pollen and honey, and there was this beautiful bee in the middle, and I was like, whoa, this is so beautiful, what is it? And he's telling me, my biological clock is telling me that I have to impregnate someone, and I want to impregnate you. I want you to be the mother of my children, but we haven't been able to. And we're, like, let's be together, and whatever happens, bro, I'm here, and and then I stand up, I clean myself, I go to the window, I open the curtain, and he no, there was this guy passing by. He stops to text, and the bag he was wearing, like the tote bag he was wearing, had a bee on it. And I'm like, wow, okay. I sleep, like dig down, and I was like, fuck yeah. I got to sleep, and I almost slept all that week during the whole afternoon. Like I worked during the morning period, and then in the afternoon I was out. And then some more, and this baby came up. Yeah, he did have game. Life is fragile. Life is also sacred. Had a bee. Like, I just had this whole vision, and then the tote bag had this bee, and I'm like, whoa, universe. Yeah, what's the message here? And then I started looking, um, getting bees, and then I got an amber, and embers are really rare and really, well, they're not too rare, but they're beautiful, and they hold the story of Earth and of the beginning of Earth, because it's the resin that came from the trees that were on this earth. A bee. And and then I started, yeah, getting these signs. I'm sure I'm pregnant. I go to him and he's like, "Damn, why are you sleeping so much? You're so lazy. You should do something in the afternoon too." And and I'm like, I think I'm mixing your genes with mine, you know? And he's like, "What? You're pregnant?" And I'm like, "Yeah, so let's wait and see, right?" And hope for the best. And we did. And it was scary. It wasn't scary. Amber could be a nice name for my daughter. She would have 3 names now. She has all the names. Alika is a name, and Alika Rootz sounds appropriate, so she can have a little bit of Papa in her name too. Besides, her um, last name, his last name. She's good with Alika. Means most beautiful, also truthful, and I love it because it holds truth, right? And that's what authenticity is, and we want to. That's how he was. He was really authentic to himself. Like he was really true to his desires, to whatever yeah, to however he wanted to do things. He was really persistent. He was really diligent. Like you wouldn't see him waste times. He had fun, and he. No, I'm not searching for any. But if I would, Amber would be nice. Amber Roots. Anyhow, um, yeah, he had fun. We had some, we had like some free time away from the computer and away from the phone and away from everything. But he was really disciplined into nurturing his mind, and so everything he did, all the time he was on Twitter or on WhatsApp or YouTube, whatever, it was business, on WhatsApp he was answering business meetings, and I sent you the bread. Oh, you got the bread. Oh, then I'll text you drink. And so that's what he did on YouTube. He liked educating himself so much, so he watched documentaries and interviews and some things about music. He loved music. Uh, he was synesthetic, and synesthesia is when some of your, like, we have 5 senses, right? Sight, smell, touch, but we also perceive more things than we know. Yeah, we perceive them. No, we don't perceive them. I'm looking for the right word for it because there is a right, like, neurological word for it. Anyhow, they are there. It's just that we cannot perceive them because we cannot make them conscious. So he used to hear sounds like the colors of the alphabet, like the words have colors, and the music he could just like feel it in all his body. Um, what else did he see? Like colors in people, and words. Words had letters, and words had colors and sounds. Anyway, he was really, really special. He was really, really special, and I still can't believe he's not here. And I don't want to fake my emotions with Alika. I'm not gonna be sad all my life, or maybe I will. I know I have to toughen up. I know I have to 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 address this with my therapist. I know I have to ground myself. Keep on going, but I'm not going to hide my emotions from Alika. We're going to learn that you go through pain, that the only way out is through. And I have to believe in myself because sometimes it's so easy to get in that flow, and then, damn, he was my husband and he just died and we just had a baby 2 weeks ago. And it was technically in my hands. Like, I took him to the hospital and he was still with a pulse. He was not breathing. But still I was holding him. I couldn't do anything and there was nothing I could do. I did everything I could do. We had just decided we were going to do week anniversaries. Every week Alika lives. What a week anniversary. Bro had to be here. Anyhow, I'm going to let this video here. I will give you my information, like my Instagram, my Twitter, and you guys have the Ethereum address there. And we also think if you can pray for us to find the keys to his wallet. So anyhow, peace and aloha. Much love.